What's up? Welcome to today's video. So if you've ever been in a Datsun 240Z, or probably Datsuns in general, you know that they, from the factory, came with next to no sound deadening. It's basically like being in a race car as far as how loud they are all the time. It's not just road noise, it's road noise, wind noise, exhaust noise, intake noise. They're just super loud. So today we're gonna go fix that. Before we even start, we have to go run and get dry ice, and so we can take out the old sound deadening and put in the new stuff, which is thicker and much better than they made it 50 years ago now. Let's get to it.
It feels like you're going 100 miles an hour there.
Can't do anything without the smiley check mark, am I right? So we got these are the drain plugs for the floor. Before we can put any sort of sound deadening over it, we can't just have the open holes. So we got 4 new drain plugs for each side. So as you're doing it, a lot of times you'll run into a spot like this right here, where basically it ends up being a little bit fold over itself. So the best thing you can do is try and predict where these are gonna come, and then sometimes you can cut a little triangle piece out of it, and that's a relief cut so that you don't have any overlapping pieces. But since it's so small, we're just gonna leave it as is.
These my dads make it hurt.
Alright, so we're still working on the area up there, but let's get started on the back. As you can see, this car has been, well, it's been through the ringer. This car has seen some things. So this here, this black and orange part, that is the existing sound deadening. We're gonna take it out and see what's underneath, make sure it's nice and clean. Also, that way we can have a clean edge right up to the edges all the way around. The spare tire well, this is not going to be staying long term. As you can see, I have no idea how you would even get that big of dents in here. Even if you're throwing the tire in, you'd have to miss. Who knows? After 50 years, this car needs a little bit more love. So let's get to the fun part. And here we have the secret ingredient, dry ice. So this stuff is frozen carbon dioxide, if I'm correct, and do not touch it without your hands. It is much colder than water that's frozen. This is not regular ice, so probably here as soon as I throw it on there, you can see the steam coming off, but pretty shortly you'll hear it start cracking, and it's just basically destroys what's existing there. So grab some gloves, break it up with a hammer, spread it out, and you'll notice this stuff will come off super easily. Alright, taking a quick break, let me show you what we have so far. So this side is coming out pretty clean, pretty good up until we get around here. So I've seen other guys that do this same job, and for whatever reason, I couldn't tell you why, all the Z's have this patch right here completely wrinkled. It is the weirdest thing. I couldn't tell you why. And a lot of people think that's because their car was crashed. And while mine was, this part wasn't affected by that. So if you're gonna come through and do this job, just be aware that your Z probably has weird wrinkles like this as well. But the colder you can get this stuff, the easier it comes off. The more dry ice that you can add, it's gonna be the less work for you. If you can get it cold enough, it should just take one nice whack and it comes off clean. Let's get back to it. Okay, so here we are. All this sound deadening is officially off, or at least 99% of it. Still have little pieces like this on top, but as you can see, we have another surprise from this car. This car has so many surprises and it's never good. Never good. So yeah, we definitely have to address this rust here before we can add on the new sound deadening. So we're gonna attack that with the wire wheel, go all the way around. As you can see, I started on this side already, so it's coming out pretty clean. And also we found some more surprises. So there's a giant, yeah, there's not supposed to be that. And there's also this one over here. They didn't come like that. And then there's one right there too. Why? Why, previous owner? Okay, we're all cleaned up. So next thing we're gonna do is get some primer down. One thing that Datsun did not do, so you can tell where the edge, see where the metal starts all the way around, that's where the old sound deadening was. You can tell they laid the sound deadening first and then painted it. So we are gonna paint it first and then lay the sound deadening because I don't want any more rusty surprises. Alright, here we have it. The car is all primered up now. We are set to go to lay down some sound deadening material. Let's do it. And here we are with the final products. As you can tell, it's not 100% covered and it's not meant to be pretty, but it should be pretty effective. So pretty glad on how it came out. Time to get it covered up so we don't have to look at this ugliness anymore. So now with this stuff done, it becomes the question of what is next. There's a few different things I'm looking at. So either I'm gonna dive into the interior, gonna order bucket seats, rails, all that kind of stuff. Gonna get the hood. So that's one option. Option B is we're gonna send off the hatch, the doors, the hood. Actually, we don't have the hood yet. The hatch, the doors, the fenders, everything up front off to be acid dipped and then primer, then dive into the bodywork. So give me your guys' advice. Should I dive into the bodywork or start doing more mods on it? Time will tell. Thanks you guys for watching this quick video. I'll see you next week.